Chris, rapid fire here. You like the trade for whom?
I like the trade for both, Dan.
Okay.
The Lakers, the situation they were in, they had to make a deal. You're now operating on LeBron James' timeline, and you had to come up with a championship team to put around him. The Pelicans, they're banking that 5, 6, even 7 years down the line that this Lakers team collapses and those draft picks become a lot more valuable.
And I was surprised Kyle Kuzma's name was not in those trade talks. How did the Lakers keep him out of this?
Well, by including the swap rights in 2023 and the protections that the Pelicans have to get better value in 2024 and 2025. I mean, I like Kyle Kuzma as well, but I think if I'm New Orleans, I'd rather have the option down the line of having that Laker draft asset that you can use that could potentially be even more valuable, either in terms of taking a player there or using it in the trade. We saw what Boston did with Kyrie Irving, using that nebulous Nets pick. Nobody was sure where it was going to land. Yeah. It turned out well for Boston. It was number 8. The Nets or the Cavaliers thought it'd be top 3. That kind of pick can have real value.
The best player that the Pelicans got was who?
I mean, I think Ingram has the highest upside. We'll see what happens with that number 4 pick. Lonzo's solid, and I think he'll be better outside of the LA microscope. And I think he and Zion have huge up-tempo potential playing together in New Orleans. But Ingram, to me, is still the guy that you can build around as a top-line scorer.
The Lakers' next move is what?
Figuring out how to fix their team in free agency. I mean, this is where championship teams are built, Dan. I mean, you look at the Raptors. They had their 2 stars in Kawhi and Kyle Lowry. Then they went out, or before that they went out and got Siakam with the 27th overall pick, Van Vliet undrafted. This is where the hard work begins. You have cornerstones in Davis and LeBron, but you've got to find your Van Vliet. You've got to find your Siakam. You have cap space, but I think a smarter move for the Lakers might be using that cap space amongst 2 or 3 players than making a run at one good one.
Kawhi Leonard's next home is where?
I felt the Clippers all season long, and I'm going to stick with that. I mean, who knows what's going through his mind right now after winning a championship, but there are a couple weeks before free agency starts, and the shadow recruiting the Clippers have done of him over the last year, I just think he's going to wind up there.
Did the Celtics win by not trading for Anthony Davis?
Yes, because Kyrie's gone, and it's a pretty solid thing to say at this point. So I don't believe you put Tatum, Brown, and your assets in for a guy who may leave after a year. That was way too big a risk. I don't think the roof's going to cave in on the Celtics here, Dan. They've still got a very good team, and they've got a team that is going to have flexibility to make a deal over the next few months, if not few weeks. But I think they made the right move not going all in on Anthony Davis.
Kevin Durant is where next year?
I'm going to say New York and not playing at all next season.
Of these teams, who do you think finishes with a better record than the Lakers this upcoming season? Portland, Houston, Golden State, Denver?
Houston and Denver, for sure. Portland, maybe. Again, chemistry matters with teams. And whatever the Lakers do, it's going to take them some time to come together. I don't see them being a 07-08 Celtics team that comes together and rattles off whatever was 25 wins in their first 30 games. I think they might be better than the teams you mentioned at the end of the season. But regular season, look, big win for the Rockets here, by the way, Dan. With everything that's happened in the NBA in the last couple of weeks, the Rockets have chemistry. They've got a group that knows they can win against a lot of teams in the playoffs. That team in Houston, I think, if Kawhi leaves, they're going to be at least a co-favorite to win next year.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate your time as always.
All right, Dan.
That's Chris Mannix, Sports Illustrated, senior NBA writer.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.